All right, people. So this is day, I don't know what, of the quarantine. I usually get my hair cut once a week. So my schedule is kind of hectic with traveling, but I usually get my hair cut. Like if I go to Chicago, I get my hair cut the second I land in Chicago. And then when I'm getting ready to leave Chicago, I get my hair cut the second I leave. That way I'm pretty consistent. I get my hair cut about once a week. If I could, I would go every 4 days. So this quarantine, is not working for me at all. So I am going to show you now. I used to want to be a barber, and everything, and that's all fine and well, and it's probably easier to do it on somebody else. But when you're trying to do it on yourself, it's a completely different ball game. So I'm going to show you a couple of my hacks on how to get a good lining, how to fill in some little gappy spots, and we'll see how this goes. All right, so y'all see how sparse that is, right? I don't have it brushed down or nothing, but it's gappy, it's crazy. So I mixed up a little color. Get you one of these, and I'm gonna go right across with my color and make a perfect line, right? All right, y'all, so I put it on, I applied it. You just take it and you just kind of, you wipe it straight across in a straight line. Make sure your line is straight, and then the color is gonna set. Then I just take my little comb, brush it back to try to blend it. And yeah, we all good. Nice and straight, just like that. And then I'm gonna let it sit on for about an hour. If you can go a little longer, that's cool, but I let it sit on about an hour, and that stains the skin underneath pretty well. And then I'm gonna shampoo it out and then show you the rest. So I let it sit on about an hour and a half. So now, take my rough, hard bristle brush. It's old, but that's how you know it's real. And I'm gonna brush it down, brush it real good. And the trick, and I'm not gonna lie, this is where a lot of people mess up. See how the color kind of filled in some of those thinner spots? I take some foam. I am out of my Mielle foam, but this one here is amazing. It's Recovery by Nairobi. It's hard to see, this is what it looks like. But usually my Mielle is what I like to put in there. And I put the foam on, and I try to get it in there good. The reason why I use foam instead of like oil and grease when I first lay it down is because the oil and the grease is gonna clog up your clippers, and you will not get a nice crisp lining. Like this gives me a little bit of hold. It gives me a little bit of hold, but at the same time, it helps like lay my waves down when your hair is wet and it's hot. You put this on and it helps lay your waves down. You brush it down real good, and then we'll apply a do-rag. All right, so the kid is brushed down real good. So now, take my do-rag. My favorite is the satin ones. A good satin one. Nice, shiny. Sometimes if you want to, you could take a little oil, spray a little oil on the inside. It helps out. Take it, try to keep it flat. Keep your flaps nice and flat like that. Crisscross it and tie it. I double knot it. Check this out. I've been doing this so long. Flip it, tuck it, and we all good. All right, so now this is the most important part. These double flaps right here, that's gonna lay the front down really, really nice. And when the front is laid down nice, you get a perfect crisp lining, and I'll be able to go in and tap it. But I'm gonna show you why I use color and everything in a second. So now you let this dry, I would say about an hour. Let it dry about an hour. Sometimes a little shorter, sometimes a little longer, depending on your hair. I have super thin hair, so it might be drier a lot quicker. My Styleliners, I forgot some flat irons on one day by my Styleliners and melted the cords. But these suckers, they are trimmed and they are adjusted so perfect. I don't care, I can't get rid of them. They melted and they still cut on. Dope. Alright, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna follow the line. I'm gonna follow the line of the color that I left, that perfect line. And then see how this little hair, and see how the foam, like the hair is not hard, but it's laid down perfect. So I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna follow the line. Y'all not gonna trick me. I'm not gonna do this on camera. I'm gonna do this in the mirror so I don't mess nothing up. All right. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Does Jay know that he has a bald spot in the back of his head? And to be honest, I did not know. I had to go back and look, and then I realized I brushed it in the wrong direction when I laid it down. So you'll see, I go back and I fix it. Don't stress, don't stress. All right, cool. The good thing about trying to hurry up and get it done quickly is that you don't want to wait too long, because you kind of want to follow what your barber already, the foundation your barber already set. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to wait too long and then you got to start a whole new foundation. But yeah, and you know what? I got a little bit of hair sticking up, but I'm gonna put my do-rag right back on. But the cool thing about it is, I'm not gonna mess with my back. I'm gonna leave my back alone. Just doing the front, just worrying about the front ensures that it looks decent, just a little bit longer. Oh yeah, there we go. Thought I had a bald spot for a second. All right, cool. Check that out. See, just follow the line. It makes that lining look a little fuller, and it gives you something to follow. Stay inside the lines and you all good. Put my do-rag back on and I am all good. What y'all think? This do-rag is kind of old, but I ain't trying to get rid of it because I feel like the older the better. Hey, y'all, I want to thank y'all for checking out this video to the end. You see it being nosy, but came out decent. Can't wait to get back to my barber. I can't wait for all of this to be over with. But look, if you want to support, subscribe, ring that bell so you can get notifications when I drop a new video. And thank you for checking it out. Any questions, comments, hit me down below.